So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow. Beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. There's the whistle. Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter. But he makes up for it with his agility, his laser focus and the ability to live up to the big occasion. Also,
Rooney, it's big chance! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Vinicius Junior. Gremio, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Looking to play him in. Face to face with the keeper. Oh, important interception. And it's been shipped out wide. Now it's Yamal. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, that is a nice touch. Defending in numbers, sharp and shoots! Sticks it away! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Elise. Beckham. And it's Neymar. And here's Inzaghi. And the through ball. It's Neymar! Oh, the ball's... And the keeper couldn't hold it. He will be livid with himself. Roberto Carlos. Aims beyond the defence. Real chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. And Neymar! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And they get themselves in front! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves into the lead. He might be in here! Borussia Dortmund have it back. It's Neymar! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner. They're first. There's the shot! Superb from Szoboszlai! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they're at it again in double quick time. He has given that the lot. Bang!
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Borussia Dortmund take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Zanetti defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Borussia Dortmund presented with a golden opportunity here. Casillas will have to save it here or there's real trouble. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. Had a hit! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Beckham really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Knocks it into space. Olise. He's Olise! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Zanetti. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. And here's Rooney. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, surely that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
So will they make it count again? They've played it short. And this is Neymar. And the shot! Has another go! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Borussia Dortmund blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Has a shot! No, not quite.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Neymar, there he goes, motoring forward. Borussia Dortmund heading towards the half-time break. The win very much goes for the shot! And that's off target.
Neymar probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Looking for the run. Oh, perfectly measured that. Roberto Carlos. Ball's gone out of play. Just about within shooting range. Roberto Carlos.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Now it's Rooney. He's having a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Chance for a shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Borussia Dortmund lead by 3 in a game all about goals. It's so easy on the eye and promises more of the same after the break.
Substitutions taking place.
And we're off again. Kaká. Rooney. Great vision. Olise. He has found the way through. And a chance! Oh, extraordinary.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 25, Faruk-OF.
Chiellini.
Coming on the field.
And he's lost his man here. He's through and all alone.
Number 11, McAllister.
This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That has ended up in no man's land. Now that's well seen too. And it's Royce. And he's there to make the challenge. Rodri. Now it's Kaká. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Now it's Szoboszlai. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's gone for goal! What? It was firm.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Looking for options for movement. And Rice! Well, that is remarkable.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. McAllister. Now it's Inzaghi. It's played through for him. Can he finish? Oh, brilliant save.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but...
Tries from a long way out. So, third corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Knocks it out wide. Back into the middle. Oh, it's come loose. Borussia Dortmund have shapes to shoot. Great football, shot and save.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Beckham, the regular corner taker. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Grêmio have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Olise, here's a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? A lot of space ahead of him. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
It's become a case of men against boys. He is through here. Opts to play it back. Oh, really good feet. Now, who's going to be first to this? Into the last quarter of an hour. That's a good run down the left. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Zanetti with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Zanetti has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Oh, almost a sixth! Oh, well measured. He's picked his way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chiellini. Neymar. Oh, outsmarting him this time. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Yamal. Raiz is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Played out towards the right wing.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Olise, he's shifting through the gears here. Decent chance! Brought out the best in the keeper. And it's Kaka. They really do have to make something of this.
That's good play from him.
He's found a way through. Just eases him off the ball. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Yamal. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Borussia Dortmund really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left them. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
Messi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tries to pass it through. Robertson, Camavinga, Messi. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Chooses to go crossfield. Looking for the run. Oh, super ball. Inzaghi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's had it nicked away. Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Costa Curta. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. First quarter of an hour gone. Camavinga, and it's Hazard. Nice sequence of passes this. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. In towards the back stick. Oh, important interception. Rooney. Beckham. Now it's Inzaghi. Well timed, excellent interception. And that's going to be a goal kick. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance for a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Szoboszlai getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Alexander-Arnold, looking for options for movement. Nice control. Rijkaard trying to keep this in. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Neymar.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nicked it back promptly. Neymar is always playing. It's Neymar! Oh, crossbar!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Costa Curta. And it's Neymar. Played back in. Oh, that is a nice touch. He is through here. And the finish!
Neymar made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
it'll be a throw-in. Olise applies the finish! Lacking in accuracy.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. That has been cut short. And this is Inzaghi.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's made its way to him. Real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Filippo Inzaghi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Beckham with the short one. Shot at goal! It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Takes a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Borussia Dortmund really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And it's been taken short. Beckham. Now it's Szoboszlai. And the shot! Chance! Crossbar comes to the rescue. It's a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold. We are into stoppage time. And there's green grass ahead of him. He has found the way through. That's an excellent interception. Olise. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Borussia Dortmund ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution in progress.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Borussia Dortmund clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Borussia Dortmund get their fourth corner. And the shot! Oh, extraordinary.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Robertson. Borussia Dortmund do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. It's a pretty loose pass. Maradona. Now it's Inzaghi. Looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Alexander-Arnold looking sharp there. Costa Curta. There's the crossfield ball. Camavinga. And it's Fernandes. Oh, that's superb. And he's... Can he finish? Off the post! 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Valverde. Maradona. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Well, played right into his path. Maradona. And a chance! He has done it! There is the breakthrough!
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away.
Face to face with the keeper. Dealt with nicely by the defence. But that has not gone well. And here's Neymar. He's having a shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
And this is Inzaghi. Now it's Maradona. Van Dijk gets a foot in here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's found a way through. Referee has just said play on. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Mbappe. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And here's Elise. Tries a shot! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And it's been given away. Takes a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Szoboszlai. Neymar. And that has left him in a heap. Szoboszlai has got himself a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Pinches it off him. Nice interception, well timed. Now it's Inzaghi. And it's Fernandes. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. And that could set him on his way. Just about within shooting range. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Hazard. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, that's well spotted. So we're still where we started right now. Quality ball. Neymar! There it is! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Fernandes. Rooney, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Now it's Neymar. He is through here. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, smashing header. Well, that is remarkable.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
DiMarco did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Van Dijk has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Elise. And they're quick to get it back. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Azar. Neymar. And he's been shifted off it. Beckham. That has been cut short. And here's Messi. Alexander-Arnold looking to run onto it. Mbappe! Just off target. 5 minutes till the break. And here's Azar. And he's managed to get free. Now this could be a... And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This is their second corner of the game. Neymar! Oh no, he's got that completely wrong. Szoboszlai. And they win it back again. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Rooney. Threads one in. Mbappe tries a shot! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
There's the whistle for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Borussia Dortmund certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 25, Raiz.
And the second half gets underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull them back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Tries from a long way out. Oh, he has leathered that.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's through and all alone! And the shot! It's in! And the second half is off to a flyer! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball...
It's Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught napping! Szoboszlai plays it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a pretty loose pass. Neymar. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, delightful ball. He is just caressing the ball. He's having a shot! Costa Curta gets it clear.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played. Borussia Dortmund have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
The most accurate pass. Mbappe! Borussia Dortmund needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Mbappe. Back into the middle. Early ball out from the back. That's rather hopeful. Now it's Inzaghi. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Maradona. Can he get it through?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Inzaghi, who's set up one goal so far, looking to play him in, and he was quick to react.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 10, Filippo Inzaghi. Coming on the field is number 22.
And that's definitely not his best.
Johan Cruyff.
Now, can they get him away? DiMarco. That has ended up in no man's land.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going.
Messi! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Corner number 3 coming up. Messi goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Shapes to shoot! Well, now, it's fallen kindly here! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And he's picked it up out wide. Hoisted in. And it's hoisted clear. Nicely aimed pass. He came in hard, very hard. Zanetti cuts it out. Neymar.
They've got to make this nice and quick. Borussia Dortmund really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitutions taking place.
Caicedo. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. He's got away. Deep cross. Out of play for a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold carries the ball down the right. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely shaped ball.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Struck first time. No, he's missed it.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
4 extra minutes added on. Some good work on the right flank here. Costa Curta goes on a run down the left wing. And time is up. Borussia Dortmund can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Abiati, a key player here, and not just for tactical reasons. This is his 400th appearance for the club.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him, someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
And this is Dembele! Against the crossbar. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
It's a throw-in. Now it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Great ball if he can get there. Very nicely done. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's neat. And there's the shot! Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Driving forward. And here's Inzaghi. Elise. Distributed tidily. And the shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
That's really well manoeuvred. Pinches it off him. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, good-looking ball. Pass is just off target. Up towards the front line. Pass somewhat off target. Now that's well seen too. Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that looks a decent ball. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Alexander-Arnold defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well, and he's had a hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rooney, Serginho makes the interception. Now it's Dembele. And here's Inzaghi, it's Inzaghi! Superb by Inzaghi! A finish right from the top draw. And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Inzaghi! Oh, it's fallen loose again. Goal! Again in a trice, and they are soaring. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Borussia Dortmund are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That is a great pick out. Referee has just said play on. Rooney. Plays a sharp little ball here. And this is Rooney. Rooney showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played back in, played out to the right. Borussia Dortmund looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And he's managed to get free. It's Rooney! This time surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Borussia Dortmund find a position of real strength now. Now it's Messi. Now it's Inzaghi. And this is Inzaghi. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. He's got away. Olise! Oh, the keeper's equal to it. And there's the end of the first half. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Borussia Dortmund very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. And we're underway again. Messi is onto it in a flash. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, it's Dembele. That has not gone well. And it's Rooney. Now it's Inzaghi. Nicely spread. Olise. He's having a go! And that is great goalkeeping.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to...
Can he finish? And the keeper couldn't hold it. Deftly away.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
That is good alertness. Rooney. Now it's Neymar. Good ball over the top. Rodri. Oh, shooting chance! Really well taken goal. And with that, he becomes a member of the exclusive 300 club. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Great vision. Neymar. It's played through for him. Face to face with the keeper. And he has been fouled there. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
He'll fancy himself from here.
Well, he knows he has the ability to put this exactly where he wants. He'll always back himself.
Soboslai! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Dembele. Great defending, strong and determined. That's rather hopeful. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That has been slung wide. That has ended up in no man's land. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Nicely weighted ball. And it's been played through. Rodri. Defending was strong and firm. Aims beyond the defence. Goes for the shot!
Borussia Dortmund have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Dani Olmo. De Bruyne. Dani Olmo.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball.
And he's let fly. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, they've got it again. Beckham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's very neat. He's had a shot! And he's missed it.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Showing great feet. He's tried one! And that's wide.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Serginho. Oh, lovely bit of skill. De Bruyne. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Olise. He's going for goal! No, got right underneath it.
Borussia Dortmund really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Dembele gets flagged offside. Costa Curta. That's a little off target. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Olise. He's found a way through. Has a shot! No, that's just wide. And it's De Bruyne. Well, played right into his punch. Shot a goal! Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. And we have our very first corner. And the shot! Olise. Rooney.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Big chance, must be! He's gone for goal! Serginho. Not the most accurate pass. It's Neymar! Oh, denied at the last. That's that, the end. Borussia Dortmund pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Borussia Dortmund against
The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. And we're underway. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And here's Mbappe. Messi receives it in a good position. He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Valverde! Valverde! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
That's going right the way across. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. It's Inzaghi! Has another go! And got to be quick to recover this. Alexander-Arnold tries to clear. Neymar knocks it out wide. The ball goes in. Caught offside that time.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And this is Messi. Chiellini. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Rooney. Tries to play it through. Palmeiras look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And the flag has stayed. Chance for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, there's the clearance. And here's Inzaghi. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's tried one! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. That pass isn't the best. Mbappe! Hit into the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry. Shoots! Goal! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
After 26 minutes is...
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Great vision. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, just skips past his man. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Foden. And that pass just didn't quite work. Looking for options for movement. Oh, some tackle that. It's a sharp pass. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That is good alertness. And it's Rooney. He's shifting through the gears here. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Soboslai cuts it out. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? They've done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Palmeiras are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Deep cross. He's got full. It's hit the crossbar. They've scored! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, what has happened here? Crossed in again. Messi trying to keep this in. Szoboszlai lays it forward. He's having a go! And he has kicked it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Foden plays it in. That's an excellent interception. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
And if you do have
it is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And the action is back underway.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Neymar threads one in. Nico Gonzalez. Shot could be on, and he's in on goal. Mbappe! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Palmeiras take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Played into the middle. Szoboszlai gets flagged offside. Pass just lacking in accuracy. He's done very well to take that back. Rooney, Costa Curta. Lovely bit of skill. Rooney. Good ball, good take. Oh, there's a probing ball. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Neymar. That's Valverde. And this is Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Palmeiras have their third corner. And he can clear it away. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. And they're back on the ball again. Rijkaard. Beckham. Rooney. Ambitious ball here. Great ball if he can get there. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, easy pickings there. Can he get it through? Now there's a fight. Shapes to shoot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom.